Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Spilling Tea. I'm your host, Tiffany Daniels. We'll get to the JRC here in a moment, but first, the disclaimers, and then on to the trigger warnings. If you're unfamiliar with the Stop the Shocks campaign or the campaign against the troubled teen industry, pertinent links are going to be there in the description box. We have in there, please in particular take note, Autistic Hoya's massive archive on all things JRC. We have the article written by Neuroclastic where they surveyed over 800 ABA professionals in regards to the Judge Rotenberg Educational Center's so-called behavior modification program. Remember, the JRC did threaten them with a defamation lawsuit if Neuroclastic didn't remove it from their website. Obviously, Neuroclastic refused, so please, folks, go read the article, share it on all your social media. We do also have Neuroclastic's GoFundMe set up in there as well for you, the link and everything, just in case the JRC does actually see through with their threat, because unlike them, we do not have access to unlimited streams of money that seem to appear out of thin air. Alright, the trigger warnings. When we discuss places like the Judge Rotenberg Educational Center or Agape Boarding School for Boys, you're going to hear vivid descriptions of and catch clips or surveillance footage of people with mental health issues and disabled people being tortured and abused. If you got young children present, please utilize the headphones. Also, this channel is marked not for kids for a reason. We use profanity and speak on dark subjects. If your child's 16 and younger and they are watching this, parental supervision is advised. Now, I do apologize for the background noise. I'm getting ready to take care of that now. Just for whatever reason, it tends to be technical difficulties these days with me in this headset. There we go. Alright, folks, so moving on to the new paragraph, after we caught the JRC in multiple lies, what else is new? Must be a day that ends in Y. Alright, so nowhere in the applicable statutory or regulatory scheme is any manufacturer required to prove that the device permanently cures a condition so that no further treatment is needed again. The appetant standard for durability the FDA purports to impose upon the ESD treatment without any authority or justifiable basis for doing so. My God, that's a hell of a walk back. Alright, JRC, let me break it down to you like you're 3. Okay? You use that device to inflict immense amount of pain on your students. I don't care what your reasons are. The FDA does not care what your reasons are. The entirety of the rest of the medical model, who have their own issues, do not believe that that is a good idea. Okay? So why are we talking about durability here? There's other medical devices. Let me put it to you real simply. Those other medical devices were not designed and engineered specifically to cause the individual that is using the device immense and intense physical pain. This is why when you make arguments about like the scalpels when people are engaging in surgery, well, that causes harm, but it's to better help them, doesn't hold any weight. The scalpel is not intended as an instrument to cause a person physical pain. Or should I say this? In regards to the scalpel, it was not designed with the sole purpose in mind of physically hurting another human being. Same things can be said about pacemakers. It can be said about ventilation, oxygen tanks, even, yes, ECT therapy. The difference between those and your device is all those devices may cause unintentional discomfort. But when in use, literally every single thing possible is used to minimize the discomfort and physical pain of the individual who has those devices applied on them. Your GED device, on the other hand, the same cannot be said about it now, can it? Dr. Israel's own words. That device was designed because you all felt that the previous device that was used before the GED, the SIBIS, simply did not cause the wearers at the school enough pain to stop the behaviors. Let me say that again. You wanted to inflict more pain on the wearers. I don't care, but it stops the behaviors. You don't understand. No, JRC, it is you who fail to understand. Unlike all those other medical devices, you do absolutely nothing to minimize or help assist in dealing with the pain that that device causes. Because the pain is the point, isn't it? Which is why, unlike the other devices we just mentioned, you do absolutely nothing to ensure to the best of your ability the comfort of the individual you are forcing to wear that thing. You are taking an individual whose consent nobody seems to care about, forcing them to wear a device specifically designed to cause them intense physical pain. You do absolutely nothing to minimize that pain or try to make them as comfortable as possible. And then you have the audacity, the goddamn absolute audacity to ask why the FDA is talking about durability here, whereas they don't with the other devices mentioned. You're either a special level stupid or you have some balls on you. Okay? Because you can't compare any of the previous devices that I just mentioned to the GED device. At all. Because with those devices, causing pain was not the intention. The GED device, on the other hand, causing the pain is intentional and on purpose, and you do absolutely jack shit to help minimize the side effects of your psychotic and barbaric device. So yes, the FDA is absolutely justified in asking in regards to that device designed to cause intense physical pain if there's any real signs of durability here. Or is that person going to have to continue to have that device applied to them and cause them immense and intense physical pain, causing them second and third degree burns for the rest of their lives? I personally think that's an extremely valid question myself. After all, you keep droning on and on about how great it is, what better quality of life it gives them to be put on this human shock collar. Isn't that correct? If I'm wearing a device that I have no control over, that is designed to cause me intense physical pain, I'm not going to have a better quality of life. I'm going to be an anxiety-ridden, paranoid, absolute train wreck. By the way, fear of pain, regardless of how well my masks held up in class all those years ago, does make it difficult to learn. I would know. I went through it. Sometimes, especially around middle school, I was barely skating by. Not because I didn't care, but because it's kind of hard to concentrate when down towards the lower part of your spine, about around where you are getting ready to sit down at, is bruised beyond recognition. But all too convenient and easy to hide from parents and school people. Okay? So, the FDA is asking you that question because your device, the single point of that device, is to cause those kids intense physical pain. Do not come in there and say, but to stop the behaviors, because quite frankly, excuse me folks, I don't give a fuck what your justifications are. The fact of that machine is it causes intense physical pain to the wearers. But it stops their behaviors. It's completely irrelevant to the point. You're trying to convince us that this is going to give these kids a future. It doesn't. And you are still not building your case to justify your insanity. And by the way, attacking the very panel members that have full power this time to execute the ban, it's not something I would be really advising someone to do. Just say, no. Many of us need lifelong treatment for our conditions. Yes. My lifelong treatment over there, sitting on top of my microwave, does not cause me intense, immense physical pain. It does not cause me second and third degree burns. It does not affect me in such a way that it puts me in a 2-month catatonic coma. The side effects are sometimes I have to take something along the lines of milk of magnesia. Ask anyone who's sane which one they would prefer, by the way, between the two of them. Those pills are not designed to cause me physical pain. The pains are an inconvenience. You have designed a device to cause immense physical pain. So, questions of durability Questions of, does the extremely temporary benefits actually make all the very real, scary, lifelong medical issue risks worth it? That is the question that the FDA has to answer. Your last sentence is, are you all even trying? You all even try anymore? For real. Alright, so the second half of this looks like it's going to be another migraine-inducing run-on sentence. So we're going to go ahead and cut out on this one, folks. We don't get very many views on this channel, and the few we do tend to get removed from time to time. So if you wouldn't mind, folks, please don't forget to hit the like button, hit subscribe, and folks, please don't forget to hit the comments. I do appreciate your time this afternoon, and as always, folks, we here at Spilling Tea absolutely do hope you have a good one. I'll see you all again here in a few minutes. Bye-bye, everyone.